A big hello to anybody watching this. My name is BarriKade, and welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. Now, this is part 4, and we'll be diving right back in where we left off, having just made a deal with Kindly Cheng, a member of the Triad, and a fixer for Gobbet and Isabel. We are going to go and deliver a message to one of her subordinates, a red pole, I believe, by the name of Strangler Bao. We're going to give him a data chip, I believe. We're going to try to avoid killing any members of the Triad there, since they all technically work for Kindly Cheng. And once we've done that, then she'll erase our sins and, I suspect, protect us? Or not, hey, you know. After all, Triad boss, not really like you can trust them all that much. So, I believe someone is going to stay with Kindly Cheng and perform various degrading medial tasks, such as cleaning out the toilet, serving drunk orderlies, you know, that kind of thing. And someone is going to come with us to Kowloon, the walled city, I want to say, yes? Alright. Fantastic. Alright. And we are good to go. See, I don't have the timing yet. Alright. So, this is the situation. Now we just have to make the best of it. You scroll up the ladder and through access way. Good. Alright, no new information. This pleases me greatly. It is taking a very long time to load. Alright. I feel like the game may have frozen. Yes? No? No? Yes? Come on. Give me something. Give me something a little more. The music's playing. There we go. Alright. Now I guess we get moving. To the waterfront. Okay. So now I guess we go back to the transit system. Yep. Transit system as is. Alright, let's just wade through the lovely polluted Hong Kong rain. Through the fog, the mist, the pollution. I have to inspect this. What is going on? The insulation on these heavy wires is cracked. They buzz and crackle occasionally, as stray drips from the awning strike them. Alright, well, that's a thing. So, was it Law's Techno Palace? Okay, cute. We've got to talk to this Triad guy. Alright, little dwarf with big gun. The thug taps his earpiece, gestures with his head. Auntie Cheng said you'd be coming. You can pass. Uh-huh. Sorry. Uh-huh. To the walled city. When traveling to new mission locations, you'll be able to choose which members of your team to bring, and modify their loadout for the run. When members of your team become permanently incapacitated on a mission, they'll be automatically extracted for emergency medical care. They'll be patched up and returned for action the next time you return to Haley. Avoid this loss of firepower by always carrying some dog wagon trauma kits into the field. So I can only bring one of them. And Isabel knows the area, but Gobbet's actually a mage, so I'm going to take Gobbet. Alright. You are about to travel to the walled city. Continue? Yes. Oh, wait, no, it's going to be another load screen, isn't there? Wait for it. Wait for it. No! Kowloon Walled City, the most densely populated spot on Earth. Nearly 40,000 people crammed into 7 acres of chaos, poverty, disease, and vice. A self-contained city that collects no taxes and provides no city services. Stagnant water sits in temporary wells. Trash lies piled on roofs for controlled burns. Improvised structures lean dangerously over populated areas. It's the ideal breeding ground for all manner of illicit trade. Drugs, gambling, black market trade, metahuman trafficking, and everything in between. The only law is Triad law. And now you need to enter this septic system of the city. Find a Triad enforcer named Strangler Bao, and deliver a message from Kindly Cheng. I will say I absolutely adore the narrative writing that they have here. Alright, well I've got a bunch of stuff. I don't have anything else, really. Secure clothing. Basic clothing for Shadowrunner. Armor 1. Oh, goody. The game auto-saved. Yay. Alright, so we have to find Stranglebaugh, we have to avoid killing anyone, at least anyone affiliated with the Triad, and I think that's it. Sure. Foul, oily waters rain down from above, mixes with the filth and offal and swill of the streets, turns into a flowing slurry of unrecognizable sewage. Charming place. In the distance, the sounds of back alley activity add to the ambiance at your arrival. Breaking glass, the crackling hiss of a garbage fire, faint screams of terror punctuated by the occasional gunshot. Sex and business and violence and misery blended into one. Wu winces at the stink, waves a hand in front of his face. Raymond said that the prosperity is in the walled city, but I don't see it. Why the hell would he want to set one foot in this place? You got me. As I said, the walled city is the worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere, maybe in the world. A rat pokes his head out of a fold in her clothing, squeals softly. She reaches up a hand to comfort it. There's something wrong with this place. It isn't just a slum, it feels poisonous somehow, on an astral level. It churns my stomach to even come near it. Wu nods in agreement. Okay, you were right. This isn't the Barrens. Feels, I don't know, thicker. He goggles the place. Which way? The Lotus Den. That's what Bao calls his little corner of hell. I don't know where it is offhand, but I have a way of finding things. There's a flurry of motion at her hip, and a second pair of beady eyes appears. Gobbet shifts her hand from one rat to the other, stroking each in turn. They probably aren't expecting anyone to come in force. We can kick in the door, drop the guards, hand over the message, and get the hell out. Kindly doesn't want them dead. She wants them to remember where their loyalties lie. It's tough to remember much of anything when you've got a bullet in your head. I mean, we could kill them if you really wanted to. Technically, Bao is the only one that has to live. But I'd rather keep Auntie Cheng happy than piss her off again. This group's safety is my biggest concern. We don't need to risk our necks for a bunch of Triad thugs. I like the way you think. Damn right. Let's do this. Alright, team. Away. Optional. Do not kill any. Alright. Objective added. Duncan and Goat must survive. What about me? I'm essential, right, guys? Oh, a trash pile. Oh yeah. Go check that out. A putrid stench emanates from the brains of this building. You see nothing that would cause it. There's a person. A merchant. Ooh. A bedraggled old woman looks up from her sewing at the sound of your approach. Clothing! Clothing! I have good quality clothing for sale. What's the news? Anything interesting? Interesting? Here? No. Nothing changes here. Nothing changes. She settles her weight with an audible harumph. Strangler Bao is the big man now. He is very important, very impatient. You know Bao? We'd love to meet him. Well, he requested a suit, and it took only 1 day longer than expected. The bastard refused to accept it. She spits. You see your friend Bao, you tell him he still owes me for my time. I don't sew for nothing. You can't eat air. We'll get right on that. She nods sagely. You see that you do. Now, what else do you want? Ever heard anyone say prosperity is in the walled city? She cocks her head like a dog listening to a noise that it can't understand. Prosperity? She sounds it out to herself. I don't know what that means. Later, lady. Okay. I'm not sure what I thought that particular encounter would... Oh, there is a woman. Over here. Help? A young woman lies on the ground. She's a bloody mess. Streaks and spatters of crimson crisscross her blouse and mat her hair. Judging by the quality of her clothing and the bag on her shoulder, you'd make her out as a student. She's as out of place here as a librarian would be in a game of urban brawl. She struggles to move, but she's clearly exhausted. The dark circles under her eyes tell you she hasn't slept in days. When the woman sees you heading her way, her face hardens. You see her hand slip into her jacket pocket, but as she studies your faces, the fear in her eyes gives way to curiosity. You guys don't look like you're from around here. A hacking cough shakes her, but her eyes remain fixed on you. You either. Who are you? I'm a student at HKU. She glances around watchfully, over your shoulder, at the buildings looming above her, into windows nearby, doing some research. Gotta finish before I can leave. This place is dangerous. What are you doing here alone? I wasn't alone. Until a few days ago. Another long, wet cough. I'd been living with a family in one of the inner blocks for the last couple of months, working on my master's thesis. A pained expression washes over her face. I'm not 100% sure. The mother, she worked in a dive bar as a hostess. The father was a handyman. They never really went anywhere. Didn't have the money to. I woke up one day and the whole family was gone. Just gone. I squatted in their place for a while, but then some people started coming around, eyeing the place. I figured I should get out, finish my research as fast as I could, and head back to campus. Then I got sick. Wu grunts. What kind of research would you do in a place like this? My thesis is about Feng Shui in the Sixth World. This was the right place to do it, the only place to do it. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. What does Feng Shui have to do with the dump? Everything, I think. Absolutely everything. Rich people hire geomancers to design the interiors of their homes, to attune them just right to achieve balance and harmony. The poor have nothing like that. Leave a slum to fester long enough and you get this. She glances at her surroundings, a look of profound disgust on her face. I think that the negative Feng Shui of places like this affects the people who live here, that it changes them in a fundamental way, makes them less capable of breaking the cycle and getting out. That's what I'm trying to prove. Before the awakening, people thought of Feng Shui as a philosophical system. Now in the Sixth World, it's more than that. It's actually a form of magic. The whole thing revolves around Qi, the invisible life energy that binds every person and thing together. It's very real here in Hong Kong. Nobody knows the reason why. Maybe it's only real because people believe that it is. The important thing is, it's a measurable, quantifiable phenomenon. There's an entire industry that's grown around here. This doesn't look like a place where people are harmonizing with anything. No, it isn't. Not at all. The Feng Shui in the walled city is completely screwed. I mean, just look around you. She gestures at the squalor surrounding you. The Qi is all wrong here. You can feel it, right? I felt something was wrong the minute I walked in. Bad Qi, huh? Yeah, bad Feng Shui. Qi needs to flow or it goes sour. Positive Feng Shui allows that to happen. The woman clears her throat, then lets out a hacking cough. The effort requires a moment for her to recover before she speaks again. You know, I hate to admit it, but I could use some help. I started running well, I guess you'd call it an experiment of sorts. Nothing conclusive, just a few quick trials to support my hypothesis before I go into hardcore data gathering mode. There are only a few things left to do. If you could finish them for me, I could get out of here. She holds out a crumpled piece of paper. Please, follow the notes in this sheet. Duncan takes the paper from her outstretched hand and examines it, frowning. Just say what you need us to do. I need you to make adjustments to the area's Feng Shui. My notes will tell you how. The goal is to remove sources of friction and to record the results. My hypothesis is that even small adjustments can have a measurable impact on Qi flow. If I'm right, it should improve, and life here should get just a little bit better. You rest. I'll take care of it. Alright, well, can I clear up the stink? The stink was an important one, no? What over here? Is there anything for me to fix? No. That is a negative. Alright, well. And we'll just leave the bloody, defenseless woman on her own. Well, I suppose it did say she was reaching to a code for something. Which is awesome and all. Looking for stuff to fix. Looking around. Wondering. Let's talk to this merchant. The street vendor gestures towards a jumbled pile of tarnished chains, costume jewelry, and trinkets on a stained flannel blanket. Look at these beauties! Very valuable, very pretty. No, okay. Oh, actually, does he have anything that we can use? Show me what you're selling. He has fetishes. Interesting. I don't think Goat really needs any more fetishes. Alright, inspect! Wires are sparking dangerously just above the doorway. Intelligence 2, patch the worn-out wire coating. So, in various times in conversation or when you're interacting with things, you'll get prompts that you can only fulfill if you've got either the right skill, the right level of an attribute, the right etiquette if it's a charisma-based thing. A quick patch job with some nearby waste rubber leaves the wires safe once more. Oh, that was one of the... Oh, awesome. Fantastic. So yeah, and I believe it's always a good idea to get those done. Just for the very point of, if you don't, things can get worse. There's a yellow lotus captain in here. This market stall has been picked clean. Its owner replaced by a pool of dried blood. Alright, we're going to ignore the triad guys over there for now. Not this spiritual energy. Gobbet comes up short. She gestures down at a pile of filthy rags on the ground. A man's shirt, encrusted with dried blood and grime. Hey, hold up. This cloth has a lot of negative energy coming off of it. I think there's a spirit bound to it. Interesting. What can you tell me about the spirit? Well, it's a ghost. Either that, or a spirited man that thinks it's a ghost. It's hard to be sure. She stares at the cloth, frowning. Whatever it is, it's upset. I can feel its anger and sorrow from here. But that's all I can get from it while it's hiding like this. I could coax it out of the cloth and talk with it if you want. Maybe it'll lead to something. She shrugs. Or it could attack us and rip out our souls. There's no way to tell without trying. Go ahead and do it, Gobbet. I want to hear what the spirit has to say. Sure thing. Her eyes go beady and her nose crinkles. Just let me try to establish a connection. Okay. Ah! Hello. The air above the bloody rag shimmers. Slowly, something close to a man-shaped coalesces into being. A soft voice echoes out from deep inside, as if it began somewhere else. What is this? The spirit peers at you through eyes as soft and undefined as poached eggs. Where am I? You've shed your body. You're a spirit now. Spirit. I am. It raises its hands to examine them, blank eyes sweeping over dead flesh. How? What's the last thing you can remember? The last thing. The spirit searches the sky for an answer. I was pushed out of my shop, hunted through alleys. The spirit's mouth widens in horror. Bao and his men. I wouldn't pay them, wouldn't accept their protection. Proud. I was too proud. A cold light flares from somewhere deep in its throat. They tore me apart, butchered me like a duck. It searches the sky, the ground, tearing at the memories inside itself. As it relives its own death, a network of deep cuts opens in its waxy skin, spattering black ink on the ground. The cold light within it grows brighter. It pulses up the thing's throat and into its mouth, forcing its jaws to unhinge like a snake's. A burning radiance pours out of the spirit's mouth like blood, splattering to the ground in an ectoplasmic flood of anger and despair. If I were in your shoes, maybe you can help us. Help? It looks confused, lost. I can. You can get us past Bao's guards and into the walled city, so we can find him. The spirit's eyes roll in its head, and it shudders, struggling to let the passion dissipate. I had a friend. It squeezes its eyes shut as it struggles to remember. A smuggler of animals. He had a space, hidden, secret. Yes, spirit. Tell me about the secret space. An entrance in the sublevels. The spirit clasps its head in its hands. A chute, a door, bright paint, and numbers. 5465. 5465. Thank you, spirit. The entity squeezes its eyes shut and turns away. 5465. 5465. 5465. Well, that was deeply disturbing. Right. You see, and there's so many ways you can get around things. Alright, so that would be the Lotus Den. We don't want to go that way. We really don't want to go that way. I feel like the Triad Captain would be a little disgruntled. if we tried going out that way. I don't know where it... This one's mine. Step off. You step off. There's 3 of us. One of us is a mage, the other's a big-ass orc. And then there's me. I'm not the most impressive figure, I know. But you know what? I'll give it my best shot. Okay. I don't see anything. Alright. Where in the world? Maybe that was that little building back there. Maybe now that I've fixed the wires, I can actually go through there? I don't know. There's that motion. Nope. I guess I'll go talk to this Yellow Lotus captain. A well-muscled and heavily tattooed triad member looks up from his PDA, bored but alert. Behind him, other Yellow Lotus soldiers take notice and turn to leer at you. You're in the wrong neighborhood, tourist boy. You and all your little tourist friends. I'm a local jackass. I work for Kindly Chen. We all do. Show some respect. The triad soldier sneers at her. That's so. Then you already know that you shouldn't be here. That fossil doesn't run things around here anymore. His hand strays to his jacket, and a conspicuous bulge in the fabric. Could be a gun, a knife, or a blackjack. Let's get moving, little girl. Best move before we hurt you all real bad. I'm not gonna tell you twice. Alright, sorry. Nothing to bother you with. There's gotta be another way to get in. Is there a little... Alright, well, we don't want an open battle with Strangler Bow's people. That would be unfortunate. Maybe if we talk to the merchant, maybe one of them knows how to get into the sub-level. Nope. It's got to be around here somewhere. And I will not stop until I find it. And then I will stop. No. Alright. Okay. Still bleeding? Yep, good. Great. Awesome. Do not kill any Yellow Lotus. Repair the walled city. Maybe you know where it is. Tell me! Nope. Yeah, there are not a lot of options. I mean, I guess I could rush for the Lotus Den. I don't think the Triad will approve. Not that I normally care, but try not to tick them off whenever possible. Okay, that's another thing. Alright, 2 big orcs, enough magical firepower to drown a building in blood, and I still don't have any other way to get in. I mean, I run past them, they're just going to attack me, I assume. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. Aha. Alright, no other option is really presenting itself to me here. Maybe I have to talk to... Bleeding Woman? No, that doesn't make any sense. Well, a little confused, admittedly. Hello, Bloody Woman! Nope, still working on it. I want to get the hell out of here. Believe me, so do I. Seriously, where the hell is this sub-level door? Am I missing it? Is it? This is going to be a very short episode if I can't find the door. You couldn't even find the door! Yeah, I know. Please don't burn me in the comments. Actually, go ahead, burn me in the comments. If you do something as stupid as losing a door, you deserve to get burned. Alright, hell. I guess. A door with red graffiti nearby. Code 5654. Oh, hang on. Maybe we just have to find the door with red graffiti nearby. Looking for red graffiti. Looking for red graffiti. Red graffiti. Blood doesn't count. Red graffiti. Blood doesn't count. Alright. It's gotta be around here somewhere. And I aim to find it. Nope, not there. Maybe it was back up here. Is that graffiti? Is that graffiti? No, that's graffiti. Red graffiti. I am not seeing an awful lot of that. Maybe it is back up here. Bah humbug. Ah, wait. Is there a little alleyway I can go down? Aha! There was a little alleyway that I could go in. Fantastic. You come up on a heavily muscled triad soldier screaming at a bearded old man holding a bleeding nose. The punk wags a cheap disposable cred stick in the old man's face. This? The bright plastic case would look cheerful if it wasn't smeared with blood. This isn't enough. You got two options, old man. You can find a way to pay me all the money, or you can drag your bony ass deeper into the wall. Find a spot for yourself there with the pimps and the predators. They should find a nice use for you. Your choice. The old man wails. It's not fair. I can't just pack up and leave. I've been living here 22 years, and I... Is this how it's going to be? He rolls his burly shoulders. Fine by me. Well, go and inspect the old man. He's out cold. Unfortunate. Alright, well, what do we hear? Inspect the tires. That'd be the lower levels. These tires are on fire. Well spotted, me. Oh, hang on, there's something I can pick up over there. A bucket of sand. That'll be good at putting the tires out. Come with me, bucket of sand. We're gonna douse these tires so hard. Pour the bucket of sand into the flames. The flames are stifled beneath the dirty sand and soil from the bucket. Yay! Was that fixing part of Kowloon? Alright. I mean, I'll take your word for it. Are there something in the lower levels to fix? I didn't see anything else. Game saved. Alrighty then. How's about down here? Oh, that's that random Yellow Lotus enforcer. You see, if I kill him to get the old man's money back, I feel like that's sort of, Duncan, can you give me a hand with this? Sorry. This old rusted water valve might be able to close off the flow of water that's pouring out of the broken pipe. Duncan, can you give me a hand with this? Duncan steps up to the valve. Sure thing. Shouldn't be too hard. The flow of water ceases. Less clean water will run off into the streets now. Hey, we got a comma. We repaired the walled city. 3 out of 3. 10 out of 10. 5 out of 7. Wait, what? I guess we'll go and talk to the little lady now, and hope she hasn't bled to death. Can I actually go? No, not over there. Alright, well I guess I go back here. And now we watch as our little monkey characters run, fleeing. I mean, wow! BarriKade, you can book it. Alright. He has the speed going, my goodness. Alright. Yeah, it's done. The young woman startles at your approach, fumbling for something in her pocket. When she recognizes you, she relaxes. Is it done? It's done. Thank you. Thank you so much. The young woman sighs with relief. She opens the flap of her satchel, reaches inside, and procures a plastic sheath. I'm not magically active, so I can't see the flow of key in the area, but I've got test strips, little sheets of paper embedded with key-sensitive bacteria. It's a close relative of FAB, but doesn't see much use outside of Hong Kong. She pulls a second sheet. She pulls a strip out of the sheath and holds it to the air. Within seconds, it turns ink black. She lets out a dejected sigh, her eyes shifting from the strip to her watch to the strip again. She looks utterly defeated. Damn it! I've been making adjustments for weeks now, trying to get the key to circulate better, and nothing seems to work. If anything, this one went bad even faster than the control strips I took when I got here. Any idea why? No, it should work. I followed the texts, done everything right. The key here is rancid, that's obvious, but I swear it's even worse than it should be. No wonder this place is so disgusting. I get what you mean. The student coughs and rests her head in her hands. That's it. I'm getting out of here. In a little while. Gotta tell my advisors about this. Thanks for the help. Hope you don't stay long. I sure as hell won't. Yay! We did it good. And we have 1 karma. 2. Maybe don't. Put like a point in close quarter combat to avoid getting beaten up. I feel like we should put a point in close quarter combat to avoid getting beaten up in a fist fight. Alright. Strength. Close quarter combat. Yay! I technically think I know how to throw a punch. I'm right. I must be. I cannot believe how long it took me to find this little walled off section. I apologize, dear viewers. Oh hey, the old man. I don't want any trouble, boss. He exhales sharply. Please, just leave me be. Sorry for your troubles. I'll leave you alone. I am not gonna... But that would be killing... I hate to say this, but the morals kind of have to go out the toilet a little bit here. We're on the run from essentially everyone. Can't afford to be starting trouble with Kindly Cheng just because we wanted to give one old man his cred stick back. Oh, what's over here? Is there a thing? There is... a door panel. Oh, I love door panels. Enter a code. Nope. Well, that's not the right code. Inspect. Maggots churn within stews of unidentifiable ingredients. Well, we know not to eat those. A gun runner? Ooh, goody. A tubby man with a twice broken nose glances up at you from a pile of gun parts. He offers you a gap-toothed smile. Nice firearms here. Good for protection. You got a husband or wife? You got kids? You keep them safe with one of these beauties. Quality is guaranteed. Your satisfaction is everything. You want to buy? Yes. Okay, that looks terrible. But sadly, there's not really anything better. Can I compare that? Common machine pistol? No. Not a fan of machine pistols. I prefer saving ammunition wherever possible. Maybe this is the right... Hang on, what was the code? It was mission items... 5465. Bypass the panel. This couldn't go wrong. Hatch deadbolt. Oh, that's the Lotus Den. Awesome. Hang on. Let's go over here and see what happens if we put it in 5465. The door has been secured by a series of heavy bars, not balls, of heavy bars with old motors to retract them. A stained and soiled keypad has been set into this door frame. 5465. Hey, that worked. The door unlocks. Oh, no! Hellhounds, what? Shut the door, shut the door, shut the door! Crap. I don't even have Overwatch. We are going to die. Alright, you know what? No. Bad Hellhound. It's not dead! This is unfortunate. Have you got any kind of... There we go. Haste Duncan. No, Haste Duncan. There we go. Hasted. Now, put a bullet into that one, please. Pop. Goes the weasel. Alright, well, this is going to be bad for us. Hello, large hellhound. I don't like you, go away. Wow, BarriKade doing some serious damage. Oh. Well, I'm so glad we just slaughtered someone's hellhounds. Why? And we got 75 million for it. There we go. Alright, into the Lotus Den we go. Go up. Alright, that might be a good place to leave it for now, maybe. No, you know what? We'll keep going. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. That's to the rooftops. We could explore, but I'm not going to. The door has been sealed with a factory-fresh maglock. A high-sec keypad has been set into the frame. I don't know the code. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. We're going to have to go look for the code. If it's down here. Oh. Let's steal from the Triad. This always ends well. Oh, Stranglebaut's code. Well. Okay then. Stranglebaut's code is 6378. Sure. Six, 3, 7, 8, I think. I'm terrible with numbers. Hey! But not this time. This time, I'm good. Ooh. Hello. A large man in his 50s stands waiting, his heavily tattooed arms held in a fighter's stance. His bone structure is heavy. Corded muscles stand out in his arms and chest. In his youth, he must have been enormous. That is an amazing character portrait, by the way. He doesn't talk so much as emit a low rumble. I don't know how you got in here, but you've got my attention. Candygram for Stranglebaut. Much love, kindly Chang. You're funny. His eyes get a stony look. I don't do funny. So you have some sort of message from Cheng? I can't wait to hear you mangle it. You speak Cantonese so well. He chuckles to himself. But before I hear it, I have a little message for her, too. You just said you don't do humor. That was funny. You tell kindly Cheng that her operations are done in the walled city. Strangler Bao has given himself a promotion. And tell her that if she sends any more errand boys to visit him with another message, Strangler Bao is going to send them back in a box. You think you can tell her that, errand boy? Should I write it down for you in English? Just light the stick, listen to the message, and I'll be gone, okay? I don't get to hear you butcher the message. I'm sad. He grabs the small plastic drive from your hand, slots it into his trid player. Kindly Cheng stands erect, speaks directly to the camera. Mr. Bao, as everyone knows, you are a man of swift action. I respect that. And because of that respect, I will get right to the point. And the game may have frozen. Unfortunate. Come on, game. You can do it. I know you can. I believe in... Oh. Alright. We are going to have to end it there, unfortunately. That was a very exciting part, and it left at a very inopportune moment. Either way, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, or subscribe. If you want to leave a message telling me any potential hints of the game, or if you just want to tell me that these videos are awful and you want me to stop, please, don't hesitate. I enjoy criticism as much as anyone else does. For now, thank you again for watching. Take care. Have a fantastic day.